Hey everybody, welcome back to Thistle Hill Farmstead. Today we're going to be putting this universal ROPS, rollover protection, umbrella onto our John Deere Z920M mower. It's summertime here in Georgia. We're trying to mow some grass. And a lot of times we try to wait till the afternoon to mow when it's a little bit shady in spots, but inevitably we need to mow during the day, and it's just blistering hot here. You may be able to tell by my shirt, I'm already wet and I haven't even begun this task yet. So we're gonna open the box, see what's in the box, and then hopefully get this thing mounted to our mower so that we can mow grass in a little more comfort. Let's get at it. Here's the umbrella I chose. This one I got from Agri. The same place I've got a couple other things from the videos. This is the only place I could find this particular umbrella. I looked on Amazon, I looked a couple other places, but maybe they have an exclusive marketing deal with Snowco, but that was the only place I could find it. It's a ROPS tractor or mower umbrella. So best protection under the sun. It fits a 2-inch and a 3-inch ROPS. Zinc-plated tubular steel frame provides corrosion resistance and durability. Lock pin in the umbrella allows you to place it securely, detach it quickly if you need to remove it. And that's what I was wanting, because I want to be able to potentially use this on our tractor also. So let's open the box and see what's in it and get started with the installation. Firstly, let's get it open and see what's in the box. The box got a little bit beat up during shipping. I hope there's nothing missing. Got some things knocked out of the bottom there, some holes in the box there, and in other places, but let's see what we've got here. Trying not to cut my finger. Okay. All right, well, not too much to it, it looks like. And it looks like everything is still in the bags, so that's a good sign. Here's our umbrella. Here's some mounting pieces. All right, so that, and again, it came from Agri Supply. So it looks like there's only a few pieces to it. We've got, looks like a mounting pole. This is the legs or the umbrella part. And this looks like the unit that mounts onto the ROPS. And then finally, here is the cloth for the umbrella. Let's see what the instructions look like. The instructions look pretty simple. It just talks about how to bolt the thing to the ROPS. Here's the instructions there. And put the umbrella on, so hopefully it's going to be that quick. So the first thing it said to do was to remove the umbrella holders from the front and the back, and to remove these first two bolts. This gives us the opportunity to disassemble, take this apart. And it has two slots here. And these two slots allow for the 2-inch or 3-inch ROPS connection there. So let's see how it fits onto our little mower. I would assume that's a 2-inch ROPS. And then these bolts in the back allow for the adjustment of the width. So let's begin by putting our mounting bracket onto our ROPS. As I mentioned, it has two slots to accommodate the 2-inch ROPS versus the 3-inch ROPS. So let's go ahead and slide it on here. And I'm going to use the 2-inch slot. Now, you see it fits nicely around my ROPS, but I have this weld here in the middle that when I try to slide it over, it interferes a little bit with that, but I can open it up and get it to go around there. And then it comes with carriage bolts that hold it in place. Now these are very long, and I'm assuming they're that length to accommodate the two different sizes of ROPS. So I'm just going to cheat and go with some shorter hardware that I already have, because I don't feel like running this bolt all the way up. So I'm going to take these and go in. Now these are not carriage bolts. I wish I had a carriage bolt, but they'll work. And then I'm just going to put a nut on here with a lock washer, and then we'll tighten that up. And that will save us some time of having to run those bolts all the way up. So I've got the one there. Let me do the next one here. I'm going to take this big one back out, put the short one in. And by all means, this is not necessary for you. Obviously, you can use the hardware that came with it, but I had this hardware already, being a bit lazy. So I'm just going to use this instead. All right, so I've got that in place. And then on the bottom, it has these two bolts that tighten up against your ROPS. So you just run the nut back, and then you can just run these up against your ROPS. There we go. I'll do the same with this one. And you tighten those up, and then you just run these nuts up against it to act like jam nuts to keep everything nice and tight. So let me tighten up these upper nuts and bolts to keep that in place, and then we'll put the umbrella on. Now I'm going to snug these up. This alternate hardware I got happens to be a 13/16. Oh, I'm sorry, a 13 millimeter. You know what? I think what I'm going to do is put the nut on the bottom side. And the reason for that is if for some reason this does come loose and the nut were to fall off, I don't want the bolt to fall out. So with this way, the bolt, gravity should keep the bolt in, even if the nut falls off. And I'm going to put another flat washer on this side, and then put my nut back on. Now let's tighten it back up. Okay, that's probably good enough. I can see it starting to bend that plate in, and that should be tight enough. We don't need it to close up altogether. Okay, let's tighten up these bolts that are going to hold the umbrella to our ROPS. And again, these don't have to be super tight. Just snug them up, and then you want to tighten up your locking nuts here so that it locks these in place. And now they shouldn't come loose. So that's got our plate mounted. Let's begin to mount our umbrella. Now it's time to put our brackets back on that hold our umbrella post. And one bracket comes with a flat washer, and that flat washer goes here on the outside so that it will allow this to slide up and down for adjustment. And then you also have a locking washer that goes on, and then your nut that goes on. so that when that's all tightened up, you'll still be able to slide this up and down for adjustment. Now the next bracket is pretty much the same. The only difference is it doesn't have a flat washer. You just put the bolt through here, put your locking washer on, and then put your nut on. So there you go. We got those two on, and now we just need to tighten those up a bit, and then we'll be able to put our rod through there. Now the next step is to tighten these clamps up a bit, and I'm going to slide my pole in here so that it's easier to hold these, and then as I tighten them up, I will know that I'm not over tightening them. So let's slide that one through, get it down here in this one, and this is a 9/16 nut here. And I believe all the hardware, short of these big ones, was 9/16. I'm going to tighten that all the way because I may want to adjust the length of this once I get the umbrella on and see how it's going to sit. But as you can see, now we have our pole on, movable for adjustment. Let's start with the assembly of our umbrella. So let's see how our umbrella goes together. We have our canopy here, and I believe we just put it through the holes and open it up, but we will see. I believe what I'm going to do is drape it over the top, and then hook it into the holes. Let's pull this up for the next one. And then finally, this last one. I'm going to make sure I have it in the center, or as close to the center as I can get it. Well, and it does have a reinforced area here in the center. So there we go. And I just wanted to check and make sure to see if that had any type of thing that attached it to the center, but it doesn't seem to. Just need to make sure that that little reinforced square is in the center. I'm going to flip it up. Okay, and I should have one more. All right, there we go. So let's push it out. Here, it's snapping into place. There we go. Have our umbrella assembled. So I just moved my ROP forward there, and this is the way the umbrella is going to work. And I need to adjust this, and then we will take this little pin out. Put our umbrella on. And then put the pin back in. Okay. Let me get on the other side and see if I can get the pin through. Well, doesn't want to go through there. Let me get my persuasion device. Looks like the hole is just a little too small. It is lined up. It looks like it's just a little too small through the center there. All right. Latch that. Look at that. Now, there we go. And we can adjust the height. Let me see if I'm in here. I'm short, so this is perfect for me, but it may want to tilt up to level height like this and be tightened up. So let's adjust it a bit. There's that. Let's now, I think I may want to slide this back a bit because that's shading the whole area there, but not so much me back here. So why don't I slide it back before I tighten it up totally? I may need to loosen the one in the back here also that I've already tightened up so that I can slide the whole pole back. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we have this just about at the center. So we have some shade on our back also. Let's try that. Okay, that looks pretty good. I got some shade in the back. I got some in the front. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's tighten everything down now. I'm gonna move my ROPS back a little bit so I can reach. All right, that looks pretty snazzy, I think. Take a closer look at how it's mounted. Again, in the 2-inch ROPS section, these bolts tighten up to here. Had a couple of bolts here that I replaced to have some shorter ones, but they come in the kit. Not the shorter ones, but the original bolts that come in the kit would work. They were just longer. And we have the umbrella, the sunshade, and the adjusting pole. So that looks pretty good. Now, you see how sunny it is outside? I think I'll go out and give it a spin. I think I might pick up one of these for our little 3 Series tractor too. Looks nice. All right, everybody, that was installing our umbrella onto our John Deere Z920M mower. Wasn't difficult at all. I give it like a simple and easy as far as difficulty factor. Like I said, I did replace a couple of hardware pieces just because I was lazy and didn't want to tighten up the really long screws, but that's not necessary if you don't want to do that. But hey, it looks good. Now it's time to get out and try to do some mowing. As always, thanks for watching our videos. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out a lot. And if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And also remember to hit that notification bell button so that anytime I post a new video, you'll get notified. Thanks again for watching us here on Thistle Hill Farmstead. We'll see you next time.